Namaste. Welcome back to 30th session cost accounting class. And in this session, I'll be giving introduction to canteen costing, its meaning, objectives, and formats, and many things. And at the end of this session, I'll be solving one problem on canteen costing. I'm Dr. Uma B. Pujar, Assistant Professor of Commerce, Government First Grade College and PG Center, Dharwad. So let us see what is this canteen costing. Canteens, hotels, restaurants, cafeterias, these terms are used interchangeable, but they mean one and the same things. But in actual practice, there is vast difference between these terms. Say, for example, canteen means to provide breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Restaurants means to provide only breakfast. Cafeterias also provide only breakfast, whereas hotels means to provide breakfast, lunch, dinner, and lodging facilities also. But in day-to-day practice, hotels, canteens are used interchangeable. The aim is to find out the total cost of running the business. So coming to canteen costing, every government organization, usually every government organization, factories, companies, offices, colleges, schools, and even hospitals have canteens to provide affordable foodstuff like breakfast, meals, refreshment, snacks, etc. to the staff, students, and patients. A canteen is established in all the industries for welfare facilities. So let us see what is canteen costing. Canteen provide tea, coffee, breakfast, lunch, and dinner at partly or fully subsidized rate to its staff and workers. The canteen manager or supervisor keeps control over the costs and performs service costing to ascertain revenue of these business organizations. The canteen supervisor is responsible for controlling costs and therefore collects cost in a manner that facilitates cost control. So canteen provides tea, coffee, breakfast, lunch, and dinner in a subsidized rate, so that at the end of the day, the manager has to calculate what was the cost of running a canteen. So the unit cost here we use is cost per tea, cost per coffee, or cost per meal, or cost per employee, cost per student. Like this we can use in many ways. The ultimate objective of canteen costing is to check out what was the cost of running the canteen. So it is another service business using operating costing in canteen service. In this method, the cost relating to various provisions, wages, consumables, and services is collected and presented in canteen operating cost sheet. The total cost arrived is then divided by the number of service units. Service units means it may be cost per meal, cost per worker, or cost per employee, cost per student, cost per dish or meal, etc. Such cost per unit helps in setting the selling price and thereby calculating the profit for the service providers. So in order to calculate the cost, we have to calculate the profit, or to know the profit, we have to calculate what was the cost of the canteen. Next, let's see what are the objectives of canteen costing. To ascertain the cost of canteen incurred for the staff and workers provided on partly or fully subsidized price. So here partly or fully means subsidized means there will be some grants or concession given by the government, or the financial support or assistance given by the government, wherein the organization will have the provisions or the whatever costs will be reduced. They will receive the materials at cheaper rate than usual. To calculate cost per plate, per tea, per worker, per meal, etc. To compare the costs of two or more inter-organization canteens, if there are two or more canteens, or it is a very huge organization, there will be two or more canteens, then we can compare the costs with one another. To control the canteen cost by collecting various types of cost data. The ultimate objective of cost accounting is to reduce the cost and also to control the cost. In order to control the cost, we have to check out what was the cost incurred, and next to make decision by analyzing the cost data. So these are the objectives of canteen costing. And next, what are the costs incurred under canteen costing? So we have some cost headings under canteen costing, that is provisions. The first head is provisions. There we have meat, eggs, fish, vegetables, fruit, flour, rice, milk, vegetable oil, tea, coffee, sugar, soft drinks, etc., which are used in preparing the meals or breakfast to the members. And next, the wages and salaries are those who are working in the canteen. For those we pay wages and salaries. Those are supervisor, cooks, waiters, kitchen assistants, etc. And the service providers for canteen are, we require gas, we require power, and also electricity, steam, water, etc. And what will be the cost of that? Even these all costs are ascertained and recorded in the cost sheet of canteen. Consumable stores, table linen means tablecloths used in the canteen. Cutlery, that is utensils, spoons, forks, and all. Glassware, crockeries, cleaning materials, brushes, dustbins, etc. And we have to incur costs for these materials too. Even these consumable stores costs are recorded in the canteen cost book. And miscellaneous overheads are rent and rates, depreciation, insurance premium, etc. And this is the pro forma or the format of canteen cost. So we have wages and salaries head, we have provision head, we have services head, and miscellaneous head, finally consumable stores. So we have to identify a few costs and put them under these heads, and totally we have to divide, add all the cost where we receive total cost and less company subsidy. So whatever concession or whatever financial or grants received by the company will be deducted, and from that what will be the price will be arrived by adding some percent of profit. So this is the format you have in wages and salaries. We have cooks, helpers, supervisors, provisions. You have number of points here. Whatever things are prepared in the kitchen of canteen, and whatever raw materials are being bought, those things are being put in these provisions, services, miscellaneous, and consumable stores. So this is the format wherein you have to maintain this while preparing cost sheet, canteen cost sheet. Now, how to calculate cost per meal or cost per member or cost per student, whatever it is, but the unit, service unit has to be prepared. So cost is collected with the objective of fixing prices for main meals, snacks, tea, etc. It is difficult because it requires equating one type of food with another to determine the average cost per meal. However, if a common denominator can be ascertained, cost per employee, cost per worker may be determined to facilitate control. Since the canteen produces varieties of breakfast, varieties of meal, there will be no common denominator. So in order to arrive at common denominator, we can use cost per meal or cost per employee or cost per worker in order to find out cost per unit. So this is the formula used for cost per worker is equal to total operating cost divided by number of workers or number of students or number of staff members, whatever is given in the problem, that can be used here to calculate cost per worker. Or if they ask calculate cost per meal, means number of total operating cost divided by total number of meals provided, can also be taken. It is very flexible. How what is asked in the problem, we have to check out, and then we can change this formula here. Now let us solve one problem and see how we can prepare cost sheet and also cost per meal or cost per worker. Yes, students, this problem is taken from Karnataka University, Dharwad, 2018 question paper, which was asked for 5 marks. First, let us read out the problem. Karnataka Power Corporation Limited runs a canteen for the benefit of its workers. It provides to its workers breakfast and lunch at subsidized rate of 65% of the actual cost. From the following information, prepare canteen cost showing first one total cost of running canteen, that is total operating cost, and secondly subsidy provided to each worker. Assume that 4,000 workers are working in the company. So let us see the costs here. Provisions are rupees 80,000, salaries and wages rupees 46,000, consumable stores rupees 6,000, services, gas, electricity, etc. rupees 18,000, miscellaneous expenses rupees 10,000. So first we have to calculate total operating cost. Then we have to prepare cost per unit. You have to calculate cost per worker. What will be the subsidy provided to each worker? So this is the format of canteen cost sheet. So it is common. Here we have to take particulars, amount, and heading will be operating canteen cost sheet. Let us take one by one. Only we have 5 heads here. We will take it directly now. Provisions. We need not take it in the inner column because there are no other costs given here. So 80,000. Next, salaries and wages. Salaries and wages. Rupees 46,000. Consumable stores. Consumable stores rupees 6,000. Service cost, services such as gas, electricity, etc. It's given as 18,000. And finally miscellaneous expenses. Miscellaneous expenses. It is given as 10,000 units. So when we total all this, let's total this. What will be the total? Just check out what is the total. Total will be 1,60,000. 1,60,000. What is this? This is total operating cost. Total operating cost. So now to this we have to deduct the subsidy taken by the company. So subsidy received by the organization is 65% of the actual cost. Actual cost is 1,60,000. Now the subsidy received is 65% of actual cost. Now less subsidy 65% of actual cost means of 1,60,000. 60,000. So what will be the answer now? It is 1,04,000. 1,04,000. Now let's it and see what will be the subsidy rate, total subsidy rate it is. So it comes to 56,000. 56. What is total subsidy received? Total subsidized rate. Okay, now this is the cost sheet we have prepared. Now to this we have to take out the cost per worker and we have to come out with subsidy provided to each worker. First, let us see what will be the total cost per worker. Cost per worker. Actual cost per worker. So cost per worker, what is the formula? Total operating cost. Operating cost divided by number of workers. What's given in the problem? Number of workers. Number of workers is 4,000 workers. So 1,60,000 divided by number of workers means 4,000 workers. We have to write here 4,000 workers. And this is rupees here. Rupees 1,60,000 divided by number of workers. Number of workers is 4,000. So when we divide this, it comes to, we'll take it here, is equal to rupees 40. Rupees 40. This is total actual cost before receiving the subsidy. Now we'll less 65% subsidy on actual cost. Subsidy on rupees 40. So when we take out this, it will come to 65% of rupees 40. It comes to rupees 26. 26. Now when we less this will be the subsidy received by the worker. That is rupees 14. Rupees 14. What is this? Subsidized rate per worker. Subsidized rate per worker, or we may take it as per meal or per breakfast, whatever it is. So per meal or per worker. So 14 rupees, actually it was 40 rupees and they received subsidy of 65%, that is 26 rupees is given concession to each worker, and at the rate of 14 they provide meals and breakfast to their workers in their organization. So this is how you calculate cost sheet and cost per worker or cost per meal. So hope you all understood this problem. I'll be back with another few problem in my next session. Until then, have a nice time. Thank you very much.